Welcome to the championship match of MAUL, the Monster Arena Ultimate League. 4 preseason matches, 7 playoff games, and it all comes down to this. 2 teams enter the MAUL Arena, and 1 will emerge champion, bathed in glory and the respect of the Commissioner. But before we get started, let's introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm one of the commentators for today's action, and I'm joined, as always, by my good buddy Dan. Hey there, Dan.
Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Dan, this has been a roller coaster of a season. We started it out with 4 preseason games to kind of learn the ropes and figure out how to do these MAUL tournaments, and then we followed it up with a grueling schedule of 8 games leading all the way up to this moment. Dan, how you feeling?
I feel great. I am excited to see how things wrap up. I think that it's no surprise that maybe it might be fun to see a little bit of an underdog victory after all of this is over, but I guess that's why we play the game. We'll find out what happens.
That is exactly true. I think we have seen matches that went kind of exactly how we thought. We have seen matches that have gone catastrophically badly for one team or the other. We have seen matches that were upset and turned on their head by a handful of lucky crits. This season has really had it all, and now we get to the ultimate. We are at the peak, and we've got 2 teams that are thirsty for victory, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out.
I am so excited to see what happens, just how the whole thing plays out. I know for myself, I'm going to be rewatching the whole thing again just to see it kind of play out as a path all over again.
Absolutely. So before we take a look at today's teams, let me go ahead and remind everybody about the rules for MAUL. Each team is built using the Pathfinder 2nd Edition bestiary rules for building encounters. In that, each team consists of 160 XP worth of monsters, as balanced against a party of first-level adventurers. Teams can get bonuses throughout the matches. They can get them through a handful of ways. The first way is by folks cheering here as we play the game live on Twitch, and the folks cheer each round via polls, and that translates into a morale bonus on the following round. In addition to that, folks watching here can also donate some bits and sponsor the teams, buying them hero points. Those hero points then can be spent during the match for rerolls by the team captains. Each team can have up to 3, and one team will start with 1, thanks to cheering by folks on social media leading the match. So let's go ahead and take a look at our arena. All of the action is going to take place here in the MAUL Arena. As you can see, there is a altar here in the center that is going to provide some cover for each team as we lead into the match. But before we get going, let's take a look at the bracket that led us here. Boy, there it is. 8 weeks of action. Last week we had a thrilling match between the Firestormers and the Poison Shadows. The Poison Shadows managed to come on top as the 3rd place finisher. Today we're going to be figuring out who is first and who is second here in the MAUL. Dan, were there any of these matches that you thought were particularly shocking or just didn't come out the way you thought they were going to when the season was laid out?
Well, I got to, last week I have to say that it was shocking all around. Whether the outcome was expected or not, I thought that the execution of the whole thing was kind of shocking. I think there was a lot of surprises that we weren't expecting. I think that looking back through the season, there were some shocking results, I think, that happened through either various different reasons that might have happened, but it definitely didn't go the way that we would expect it. Those pesky dice can really change things quite a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I think looking back at those matches, I think everyone expected to see the Ogre Brothers a little bit further in the tournament, and they got taken out by crits. This whole thing might have been very different had the Bramble Ballers managed to eke out that victory. They were so close to ending the Bulmahn run there in that first match.
It was very close, yes.
Yeah, so, before we get to the championship match here today, let's start by taking a closer look at our teams. Both of these teams have slaughtered all opposition to reach this point. Goblins, kobolds, leshies, ogres, drow, and duergar all have fallen to these two teams. Now, when we look at today's matchup, the Bulmahn has a lot to like in this matchup, but his victory is far from certain. Having a high AC is certainly going to help his odds, but if he is going to win, it all comes down to the edge of his axe. The Raging Minotaur is going to need to get the most out of his charge ability to close the distance with his prey, and following up with a swipe if the opportunity presents itself. But to be honest, Dan, between you and me, I can't imagine that the skeletons aren't going to see that coming and are going to position themselves accordingly. Finally, the Bulmahn is, of course, joined by his pair of trusty eagles, but they're not going to be much help against the skeletons here today, because their damage just is not enough to really do anything to those tough bones. The best Bulmahn is going to get out of them is going to be a flank. Dan, what are the keys today for the Bone Breakers?
Well, Jason, the skeletons, let's not lie, they have a tough match ahead of themselves today. If they're going to have any chance to win, it's going to come down to the 3 R's: reach, reactions, and damage reduction. They're going to need to rely on Bonehoof's reach with the glaive to stay out of Minotaur's range. They're going to need some luck with Crunch's reactions to shield block and take attacks of opportunity to even the odds. And finally, most importantly, is the damage reduction. If they can limit the effectiveness of that axe, it'll be all over for the Bowman.
Absolutely. I think that is really kind of part of the key here, is that glaive does give Bonehoof an impressive reach of 15 feet. And with the damage reduction and kind of playing a bit of keep away, they might be able to frustrate Horns to the point where he makes some bad decisions. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of our teams here. We're going to start off with the Bulmahn. Throughout this season, Team Captain Horns has treated this tournament like a formality, like it was his to win. But there are many in the pits that think that the Commissioner is tired of having the arrogant Minotaur and is hoping that this tournament will finally uncover a worthy replacement. Horns continues to claim that the entire thing is a huge waste of time, and as a note, with the death of Bolt in a previous match, Horns is once again joined in the arena by his pair of twin-trained eagles, Thunder and the newly acquired Storm. So that's what the Minotaur has to play with here today. That's what we got on the Bulmahn side. Dan, let's take a closer look at the Bone Breakers.
Absolutely. The team's necromancer Volzar spent the past 2 weeks praising the Commissioner for hosting the tournament, and it's become clear that the ambitious wizard aims to become his new apprentice. Of course, the Bowman still stands between him and that ultimate triumph, but fortunately, he already has 1 Minotaur skeleton on the team, and according to the Commissioner's imps, there's talk of adding another one if the Bone Breakers are successful here today.
Wow, that is quite the threat.
That's not even a threat. That is just downright drawing a line in the arena sand.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. The Bone Breakers are coming into today's match with a Minotaur skeleton already in play. Boy, you have to kind of wonder where that is going and where they got that to begin with. There's a story there, but I don't think we've heard it yet.
I don't think we have. There's more there, for sure.
All right. Well, before we get to initiative and the start of the first round of combat, you know what? I think it's time for us to hear from one of our sponsors.
And today's MAUL match is brought to you by Silver Crescent Wines. They want everyone to know that their will to win is as strong as the delicious grapes they use for each and every bottle of their wine. Silver Crescent Wine.
All right, we're back. Dan, it is time for us to roll for initiative. I think at this point in time, make sure to click on your unit and roll those initiatives. Let's get those going. All right, here in the MAUL arena, everybody gets to take their own turn to give a maximum amount of tactical choices for each team. I'm going to go ahead and sort those out. Oh boy. That's going to be interesting. All right.
All right, well.
Well, I hope I didn't just burn my only natural 20 for the match.
Yeah, that would be horrible, wouldn't it?
Burning it on initiative isn't exactly the best way to go. Now, in the lead up to this match, Dan, we did ask folks who they were cheering for, and I am happy to report that the Bonebreakers received the most cheers in the lead up, so they will begin this match with a hero point. But, Dan, that is not all. We have received sponsorships for both teams leading up to this. So as a result, the Bonebreakers are going to get their second hero point, and the Bulmahn is going to start with 1 hero point as well. So with that, Dan, the stage is set, the initiative is rolled, and it is time for us to begin the championship match of MAUL. We are starting with round 1. All right, here at the start of round 1, we have Horns, who bounced a natural 20 on his initiative check and is going to start things out. The Minotaur is used to going first. He has gone first in nearly every match of the season, thanks to his mighty initiative bonus. And he is going to begin by charging across the field. I'm going to go ahead and measure this. Well, that is further than I would like. So he is going to have to move with his first action. 5. And then with his second action, a second and third action, he is going to go ahead and use Powerful Charge. This allows him to stride twice and make a Horn Strike. So unsurprisingly, the Minotaur is going to charge straight up to Bonehoof. He goes charging right up over the field to make a statement here right at the beginning. I do want to remind everybody that this first attack does deal more damage. So it doesn't do a d8 plus 8, it does 2d8 plus 10. So here we go, the first attack of the round. Oh! Dan, right. I don't know what to do with that.
All right, well.
A natural 20, Dan. That is a critical hit. That is going to do... I need to roll an additional d8 plus 2 to add on top of this.
Might as well.
That is... that is going to be an additional 9, taking that up to 23, and then doubled, Dan, to 46 points of damage. However, your damage reduction obviously will still kick in, so it's only going to do 41.
Oh, thank God. You know what? Thank God. Right now, there are people still coming down the aisle with their beers. They haven't even sat down yet. They're still finding their seats, Jason. Come on.
Dan, I don't know what to say about that. That is a shocker to open up this tournament. That really is a devastating turn of events here to get things started. Thunder is going to go next. The bird is, probably just going to go streaking up to make an attack. Yeah, that's really kind of all that I've got. So he's going to go zooming up to here, and that is 2 actions, and the eagle is going to go ahead and make a beak strike. And it's going to hit, but with a 23, but doing 1 point of damage means that you take nothing. Which is the challenge with the birds. I don't think they're going to hurt you.
Yeah, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not worried about the birds.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
yet.
That's fair. That is going to be the end of Thunder's turn. 2 actions to move, 1 action to attack. Next up is Crunch.
Okay, you know what? Crunch is stealing their resolve, and they're just going to, let's see. No, you know what? They're gonna move right up here. This is their plan. They're going to go right here.
Okay.
And they're gonna, for their second action, they're gonna take a shot with the longsword on Horns.
Of course, yeah. Armor class of 21, Dan. That is going to be a hit for 8 points of damage.
Take that.
Not a bad start. And I believe you still have a third action. I'm assuming Crunch has his long sword and shield out.
Yes, exactly. And then they're going to raise their shield.
All right. So Crunch moves to that location there and raises the shield up. Bonehoof is up next. Dan, the skeletal Minotaur, took a devastating hit on the first round, but is still standing. What does the skeletal giant have in store for this particular fight?
All right, so Bonehoof is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What if there?
Yes.
Okay. They're going to go there, and then that is one move, and then they're going to swing with the glaive.
All right.
On Horns.
I am not at all surprised by that. Armor class of 27. Dan, that is going to be a hit with the flank. That's going to come up one shy of being a crit.
Yeah, nice noticed that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I was waiting to see if there's any extra bonuses that might be there.
Well, you get the flank, and that is going to bring it to within an inch. But it is just shy of an inch. But that is going to do 9 points of damage, Dan, so nothing to sneeze at.
No.
Bringing Horns down to 53.
And then for their third action, boy, I mean, he is right on the steps of not being on this battlefield anymore.
Yeah, you gotta be thinking that you really cannot afford to take another heavy hit from Horns.
Yeah, I definitely can't. Let's do this for the third action. Let's go 5, 10, 15. Let's go there.
All right.
And we'll call that good.
All right, so Bonehoof backs away with the third action, and that is going to lead us to Screech, the goblin skeleton, animated from the Firestormers team. The only person on the field with a ranged attack.
Yeah. 5. They're going to move up here.
All right.
I think. And then they're going to shoot with their bow, with their short bow at Thunder.
All right.
Just to try to get that one off the field.
All right. First shot at Thunder. Boy, that's really close to a crit as well, but it is going to come up just one shy. But it is a hit. That is going to do 3 points of damage, taking Thunder down to half health. But Screech does still have one action remaining.
Okay. I think they'll reload. And take another shot.
Absolutely.
They have reload, right? Yeah, they do.
Bows have a reload of 0, so yeah, you can just keep firing.
Perfect. Let's do attack number 2 on
Absolutely.
Thunder. Oh god.
Well, rolling a 2 for a total of 3 isn't going to get the job done.
All right. I don't know if I want to use a hero point on the bird. That doesn't. No, I'm good. I'm
yeah.
good. Let's see.
Considering those birds basically can't hurt you.
Yeah.
The best thing they can do
much.
is give a flank.
Yeah.
So,
all right. No, we're good.
with that, I'm going to have Storm go. This bird is going to just come shooting straight up towards Horns. I'm going to go ahead and measure it just to see whether or not I can get 2 attacks. I totally can. I'm going to go and just take 2 shots at Bonehoof here, just to see if I can put 1 or 2 points of damage on it. Armor class of 22 is going to hit, but again...
That is going to hit.
Only 2 points of damage, and it's piercing, so that's not going to do anything. And then we're going to try the beak a second time. Again, that's not even going to hit. So that is that. Well, there we are at the end of 1. Dan, we've got a thriller here, starting out opening up with a devastating crit. Well, we're going to have to see how this one plays out. But before we do, let's hear from one of our sponsors. We here at Big Beard Brews would like to announce a special deal. Bring in 4 elf ears and get a cask of our beer for free. Where'd you get the ears? We don't care. Just bring them in and you get beer. Big Beard Brews. Down with the elves. And we're back with the start of round 2. Dan, looking back at that first round of combat, boy, that was a tough way to start the match for the Bonebreakers. I'm sure that they were hoping for a bit of better luck there with the start of that match.
Yeah, right after that first attack, I'm pretty sure that noise that I heard was their game plan just being thrown out the window. I don't want to say they're in scramble mode right now, but they're definitely in scramble mode right now.
Yeah, so. After hitting them that hard, it sounded like somebody just dropped a xylophone. There were so many bones falling to the field.
Not good. Not good at all.
So we are going to get things started here in round 2. Horns is going to go first. This is a devastating place to be. He is going to start his round by just trying to wipe Crunch off the field. He's going to go ahead and swing his great axe right at the skeletal captain. Here it comes. All right, Dan, that's a 26. Now, you have your shield up, so I'm pretty sure that's not a crit. But it is going to do 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I'm going to have Crunch use reaction for shield block.
All right.
And reduce that.
So that's going to reduce it down to 5. And with your damage reduction, Dan, I don't think you take any damage at all.
If the math is right, and I hope it is, I take no damage at this attack.
As it turns out, 10 minus 5 minus 5 does turn out to be 0. Here in the MAUL arena, we have the ability to do math.
Big brain right here.
Yeah. So I have been reminded by the Commissioner's imps that I have not announced the bonus from cheering from round 1, and that went pretty solidly for the Bonebreakers. They are going to have the morale bonus this round. So that is the first action by Horns. Frustrated, the Minotaur is going to swing his great axe at the skeletal champion again. Here it comes. Oh my. That's not great. An armor class of 16 is not going to get the job done. I think at this point we're going to go ahead and spend that hero point and try and get something happening here. Let's go ahead and spend that, and we are going to go ahead and re-roll that attack roll. Here it comes. That is only marginally better. An 18 is not going to do it, and you know what? Now that we've reached this point, we might as well go ahead and just throw in the third attack. And it's a 16. Boy, the dice have gone cold for the Minotaur, opening up with an initiative of 20 and a first attack of 20, and then just kind of nothing. So that is going to be the end of Horns' turn. Next up, we have Thunder. The bird has been trained. It's going to go and get the flank, and it's going to attack Crunch from the flank position. Here it comes. It's a beak. An armor class of 20, Dan, is, I think, enough to hit you when I'm flanking.
Well, yes, that's true. I'm at 19, so yes.
And I rolled the magic 6, which is just enough to overcome your damage reduction. Take that!
I will take 1 point of damage on Crunch.
Yes! And we are going to go ahead and follow that up with another beak attack. And that's going to do nothing. So, all right, we're done. All right, on that, we are going to move on over to Crunch. It is the skeletal champion's turn. Now, at the start of his turn, his shield is lowered, so I will remind you that if you want that shield bonus again, you have to spend another action to raise it.
Yeah, we definitely do. So Crunch is going to start by swinging with a longsword at Horns.
All right.
And let's do that.
The AC of Horns is not doing him any good here today, as that manages to connect with a 22 for, what was that, 7 points of damage?
7 points of damage.
Horns is taking a bit of a beating out there, but he's still feeling pretty confident. That was Crunch's first action. What do you got for your second?
Second, we're just going to take another swing with that longsword again.
All right, as you are resolving that, I'm going to go ahead and give the Bulmahn another hero point, thanks to the folks sponsoring them. Now, that is a 19, Dan, but you do have the morale bonus, so that is going to be a 20, which is another hit. For what,
Another
9?
9 points of damage? Yeah, 9 points of damage.
Well, you've got him down to half.
All right. All right.
That's not good. I started out so confident. And at this point in time, Crunch does still have one action remaining.
Let's raise that shield.
Get that shield up, all right. That is the end of Crunch's turn. Next up, Bonehoof.
So, Bonehoof knows that they can't just run away the whole time, so they're going to go 5, 10. They're going to move into position here.
You sure you don't want to stay there and just fight the bird? I'm okay with that.
Jason, if you ask Bonehoof right now about the birds, Bonehoof is going to say, "What birds? What are you talking about?"
Fair.
Didn't even notice. So, all right. So Bonehoof is going to take their glaive.
All right.
And they're going to...
Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure you have reach. And, yeah, you're flanking as well, so...
Okay.
Great.
Let's go ahead and use that glaive then. Let's take a swing at Horns.
All right. Armor class of 27. Dan. That, with the flank and with the morale bonus, Dan, that is a critical hit.
What? Nice. All right. Dreams do come true.
Yeah, apparently they do. Dan, that is going to do 18 points of damage, but the glaive is deadly, so you get to add a D8 to the damage. Go ahead and bounce me a D8 from the side panel there. 18 plus 5, Dan, is 23 points of damage. That is absolutely devastating. The Bulmahn is down to under 20 points of damage. Where is this game gone?
Oh my gosh. Look, at this point, I'm just a spectator. I'm just enjoying the show at this point.
Oh boy, this has gone right to the wire here. And you still have, Bonehoof still has one action left, Dan.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and take a swing number 2 with the glaive.
Oh boy, this could be it. Oh! An armor class of 21 is going to hit 10 points of damage?
10 points of slashing, yes. Let's do that.
Bonehoof is down.
Oh my God.
Or sorry, Horns is down to 4 hit points.
So close. So close.
The crowd has gone wild. Dan, Horns is on his last leg, And that is the end of Bonehoof's turn. And to top it off, I think you're even 15 feet away. Yeah. All right. Next up is Screech. Oh my god. The goblin skeleton. What
Screech
are you gonna do here?
Oof. You know, Screech is seeing what's happening here. Screech's whole game plan was, I'll take care of the burbs. Don't worry about anything else. But now, Screech is feeling the heroics.
Oh boy.
You're gonna move right there. And they're looking at Crunch being like, I got this. I got this. Don't you worry.
The skeletal goblin is looking for redemption.
And then they're going to go ahead and shoot with their short bow at Horns.
I will never live this down.
Here we go. Come on. Come on.
Don't you dare. Denied.
Jason, I'm going to dig into my coin purse that is the hero points, and I'm going to pull one out. I'm going to kiss it, and I'm going to toss it in the bin.
Oh, all right. Here it comes. There's the hero point. It has been spent.
Come on. Come on.
Redemption for the Firestormers. A 20. Dan, that is going to hit, but it only does 2 points of damage.
Oh, no. Oh, why? Oh. Oh, man. So close. So close.
Poof. Horns is down to 2 hit points.
Okay.
But the odds of you hitting with any other attacks are basically 0.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
1 in 20. They're 5%.
Oh. Okay. I'm just going to... Screech is going to take a shot at Thunder with their short bow.
Yeah, you got a much better chance of hitting the birds, actually. Their AC is not as high.
Nope. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, rolling a nat 1 is definitely going to be a miss. That is not going to score a hit. But that is, I believe that is the end of Screech's turn. Next up is Storm. All right. Boy, this is not the place I wanted to be. Storm is going to go up to Bonehoof and continue to try and make some sort of difference. Here comes the beak attack. An armor class of 25 is a great hit, but it doesn't do any damage, doing only 2. We're going to go ahead and make the third action be a second attack. And the 4 is not going to do it. Dan, that is a devastating round for the Bulmahn. The Bonebreakers have certainly pulled back to make this match interesting from the early turn crit. But as we both know, Horns goes next. Dan, but before we get to that, let's hear from one of our sponsors.
MAUL is proudly brought to you by Silver Crescent Wines, and they would like you to know that every patriotic elf is rallying to the battlefields across the land to add their support. Where are you? Do your part. Also, drink Silver Crescent wine.
And we're back, everyone, with the start of round 3. Now, a bit of clarification here. It has been pointed out to me by the Commissioner's imps that Horns actually took 1 extra point of damage from Bonehoof's attacks because the glaive does have the forceful trait. So, Horns is going to take 1 extra point of damage, Dan, which takes him down to 1 hit point. 1.
You're killing me, MAUL. You're killing me. This is too close.
So before we get things started here, the morale bonus is sticking with the skeletons. That is where we are at, so they are going to keep that bonus. And to get this round started, we are starting out with Horns, which will almost undoubtedly be his final turn unless the gods of luck are really smiling upon the Minotaur. I am going to start my round off by swinging at Crunch with the Great Axe. I've got the flank. And, boy, I really need a crit here. Okay, here we go.
You don't need that.
Ask and you shall receive. Dan Horns turns his axe to Crunch and lays out a devastating strike. That is a natural 20. Dan, that is a critical hit for 36 points of damage. I think that's enough that even with your fancy shield, that is going to be the end of Crunch.
That's going to do that, Jason. That's going to take Crunch off the field.
With his second action, he is going to go ahead and move up to Bonehoof. And we are going to go ahead and take my third and final action, swinging at the Minotaur skeleton. Here it comes. Armor class of 19. Dan, that is going to do 17 points of damage. Reduced down to 12. Horns at 1 hit point takes Bonehoof off the field, but he is out of actions and at 1 hit point. Next up, Thunder. Going to go up to Screech and desperately make a beak attack. Armor class of 17, I think is going to hit, but 3 points of damage isn't going to do anything.
No, it's not going to do it.
We'll take another attack with the beak. That is an 11. That's not going to hit at all, and that is the end of Thunder's turn. Screech, the goblin skeleton, the poor animated goblin skeleton, is now alone on this field, facing off against Horns. The skeletons have 1 hero point remaining. It is Screech's turn. Dan, what are you doing?
Okay. So Screech knows that some of us have the hero role thrust upon them, and Screech's shoulders are ready. They are going to draw their short bow, and they're going to take a shot at Horns.
All right.
Come on. Jason?
A 12 is not going to get the job done.
I would like to check on my reserves of hero points.
Well, with the one that was just sponsored for you, you now have 2 available to you, but you can only spend 1 on a roll.
I get you. I'm going to use a hero point, please.
We will spend a hero point. Screech gets to re-roll that attack roll.
Come on. Let's do this.
Natural 20, Dan! That is a critical
20?
hit! Screech draws back his bow, lets his arrow fly. It's going to do 10 points of damage plus the D10. That is... doesn't even matter what the D10 is, Dan. That removes Horns from the field. The goblin warrior skeleton has taken out the captain of the team. All that's left now are 2 birds. It is a battle of the weakest. Dan and the birds almost can't even hurt Screech without a critical hit. This has turned into a slugfest of the smallest. Screech still has 2 actions remaining, does have bow in hand.
Yeah, let's see if we can quiet that thunder. Thank you.
Armor class of 9 ain't gonna do it. You have one hero point remaining.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Well, hang on, wait. This would be my third. No, this
is
my second attack.
This is your second attack, and it is your third and final hero point.
Inherently, I think the coach is thinking it's a bad idea. No, it's a bad idea. I don't think we want to use it for a second or third attack. That just doesn't make sense.
It does seem like a risk.
Okay, so for the third action.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to move over to there. Okay.
All right, that is the end of Screech's turn. Next up is Storm. The eagle only has one desire now, and it is to kill goblin skeletons. He goes soaring across the field, attacking with his beak. Here it comes. An armor class of 11 is not going to do it, but you know what? The Bulmahn team does still have a hero point, and they're going to spend it right now, because I desperately need something. So here comes the rerolled attack. An armor class of 19, but only 2 points of damage.
All right.
This is going to be a slog. And with my third and final action, I'm going to take another beak attack. Armor class 17, again, going to be a hit, but only 5 points of damage, which isn't enough to get through damage reduction.
No, not going to do it.
And with that, Dan, we have reached the end of the round. And I think it's time to once again hear from one of our sponsors. Are you doing your part? As our barbarians quench their thirst for blood, fighting against the frail elves and their weak wine, are you quenching your thirst for beer? A full mug supports our dwarves. Drink Big Beard Brews. And we are back with the start of round 4. Dan, round 3 saw all of the major competitors in this go down. Bulmahn, the Minotaur, took out both the skeletal champion and the skeletal giant, but then was laid low by one arrow from the goblin guard, or the goblin skeletal guard.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I did. If I had to put money, I would not say that it's going to come down to 2 birds and a goblin skeleton.
Yeah, we are really beyond where any of us thought we would be here. It is a battle of tiny creatures. We thought this entire MAUL tournament was going to hinge on the biggest competitors, but here we are, 2 eagles facing off against a skeletal guard for the MAUL championship. This is why we play the game right here.
This is exactly it.
All right, so you will be happy to know that the Bone Breakers have kept the morale bonus again, but we are going to start the round off with Thunder going. We are going to go ahead and chart a course for the bird. He is easily going to be able to move to get into the flank on the skeleton, and from there he is going to take a beak attack. Boy, my only chance of ending this quickly is with a crit. An armor class of 24, Dan.
That is a hit, not a crit.
If your AC is 2 lower, is it a crit?
It's a crit.
So
you crit.
That is a critical hit that does 2 points of damage and doesn't do anything.
Well, it does a lot. That takes half of my life away.
It did if it didn't have to go through your damage reduction.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. Hang on. Let me change this so that it is back to normal. I keep you know what? I am so in this right now.
It is a
I keep
devastating
forgetting.
critical hit that does no damage.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Yes.
And
I mean, the team is very happy about that.
And with that, I am going to go ahead and make a second attack with the beak. This is my final action here with Thunder. And that is going to hit as well. But again, 3 points of damage is not going to do it. Dan, that is the end of Thunder's turn. I am happy that the Minotaur, the Bulmahn, has gotten his third and final hero point. But I don't have anything to spend it on right at the moment. We are now over to Screech. The Goblin Skeletal Guard still has his bow drawn.
Screech is going to drop the bow and draw their scimitar.
All right. Bow goes clattering down the steps of the MAUL altar.
And they are going to take a swing at Thunder.
Taking a swing at the bird. Armor class of 12 is not going to do it.
I have one more hero point left.
You have one final hero point remaining.
All right, let's use that. We got to do that.
Gonna go ahead and spend the final hero point. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it took away mine. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Sorry, you take your finger off the piece. It's a done move, Jason. You can't take it back.
Well, you know, we've managed to correct it here in the MAUL arena, Dan, and that is the final hero point. So go ahead and re-roll that attack roll.
All right, here we go.
No. Armor class of 21 is going to hit. Thunder falls from the sky, leaving just Storm.
All right, I have a third action that I can do.
Yeah, one more action remaining.
Let's take attack number 2 with the scimitar at Storm.
Oh boy, I do not like my odds here. Boy, please, come on. Storm still gets to go next.
And I get a +1.
Forceful and sweep is going to give you a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage, and you have the +1 morale, so this attack is at a +2 bonus above whatever you roll.
Okay.
But you're out of hero points.
I know. We just look, if I just roll a 20, it doesn't matter.
That is true.
19.
Armor class of 19 is going to hit. Dan, but you rolled minimum damage. It's only going to do 4. That takes the bird down to 2. 2 points of damage, Dan. He has 2 hit points remaining. And now it is Storm's turn. The bird. Oh man, I just need 20s. That's what I need. I just need 20s. The bird is going to attack with its beak. It's going to make 3 attacks. I need something to go well here. Here we go. An 8. Dan, I'm going to go ahead and burn that hero point that I just got. I'm going to re-roll that attack because it is my best chance to hit. And it came up a 13, which is not going to do it. We are going to go ahead and take a second attack. Armor class of 16 is going to hit, but it only does 4, which isn't enough to break through damage reduction.
Nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
We are going to take the third attack. Desperate at this point. Desperate. The bird is all alone. This is Storm. This is the new bird. It wasn't trained for this.
It doesn't know.
7 isn't going to do it, Dan.
No.
And
Screech is feeling pretty awesome.
And with that, we have reached the end of round 4.
This MAUL tournament is sponsored by Silver Crescent Wines. Attention all elves, the moment is upon us. Ready your weapons and don your armor. We march out in 2 days' time. The age of the beverage war is nigh. Enjoy Silver Crescent Wine.
And we're back with the start of round 5. Dan, I am stunned. This has come down to dice rolls between two competitors, Screech and Storm. Storm is at a severe disadvantage here. Not only is the bird already hurt, but his talons and beak have very little chance of even affecting the goblin skeleton. I think this is the Bone Breakers match to lose at this point in time. And, well, that's where we are.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I really am surprised. This has just been such a fun match. I love this match so much.
The only thing the Bulmahn has going for it right now, that poor bird, is that the morale bonus finally shifted. The crowd has started cheering for the poor lone bird, soaring around the arena, desperately trying to win. However, here at the start of the round, Screech is the one who gets to go first. Dan,
yeah,
what is the goblin skeleton doing?
Well, Screech is just gonna stay right there and have the scimitar that they've already got in their hand and just start taking some jabs at Storm. Start with that. Oh no.
An armor class of 8 is not going to do it. You don't have any hero points to spend, so you got to live with it. That is going to be a miss. But you still have 2 actions left.
Yeah, you know what? Second attack. Let's do it. You kidding?
An attack roll of 5, also not going to be able to land it. The bird is swooping back and forth, desperately avoiding the goblin's blade. But you still have 1 action left.
I mean, might as well swing again, right? Is there a mathematical possibility that this is even going to hit?
You always roll a 20.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nope.
And instead you got a negative 2. So that is definitely not going to hit. So that is going to be the end of Screech's turn, and we are going to roll over to Storm. The Eagle, desperate for a win, is going to go ahead and make a beak attack against the skeleton. A 17 is a hit, but it's not going to do any damage. Again, the bones keep getting scratched and raked over by this bird, but to no effect. We're going to go ahead and take another beak attack. 9 isn't going to do it, and we're going to go ahead and take the third one as well. An 8. They just kept getting worse. None of those are going to hit Dan. And with that, we have come to the end of round 5, which means we are going to go ahead and roll right into round 6. Dan, here we are at the start of round 6, and at the beginning of this round, the initiative, the morale bonus, switches back to the Bone Breakers.
Okay, all right. Okay, you know what? I mean, it's gonna be... I think that Screech's game plan from here on out is exactly what happened the first time. They're just gonna start swinging with that scimitar until they can't swing anymore.
That is a fair call to make. We are at sudden death here.
Pretty much, yes.
There is no more time for anything. Dan, an armor class of 12 is going to come up short. Close, but not quite there. That is going to be a 13. Yeah.
Let's do it again. Come on. Come on. There it is. There
Dan,
it is. Oh my God.
That is a critical hit. And that is going to do 8 points of damage. Storm goes falling from the arena. Screech, the goblin war chanter raised into a skeletal guard, has come through for the Bone Breakers, Dan. And with that, the Bone Breakers have won the first season of MAUL. The skeletons have come through. They put that arrogant Minotaur back into the ground. Dan, congratulations. The Bonebreakers have pulled it out. Dan, how you feeling?
Wow. Surprised, elated. I'm going to throw surprised in there again because why the heck not? Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Dan, that was an unbelievable win. That match went back and forth. We thought it was over at the end of round 1. We thought it was over again at the end of round 2. It went back and forth. And here we are. 2 small monsters fighting to their last hit point. Desperate to win.
Wow.
That's all you can say. Wow.
I'm speechless.
Indeed.
Oh, man. What a game. What a game. Jason, good game. That
good
was a
game,
good game.
good season. Before we close it out, let's hear from one of our sponsors. Hey there, Bonebreaker fans. Your team just won the MAUL tournament. Want to celebrate in style? Pick up your Bonebreakers Championship merch now from our web store. Dan, that was just shocking. I don't know what to say. Looking back at this MAUL season, it was filled with surprises. It was filled with some things that were like, that kind of happened how we wanted. I don't know what to say. It now that looking back on it, I think that some of the teams that I thought were going to win didn't match up, and the Bonebreakers managed to pull it out.
Wow. I'm surprised. I am really, especially when the whole thing just kicked off with that crit. I was like, oh, it's done. Yeah. It is gonna be boring.
Why would you think anything else? I mean, Bonehoof got taken down to, basically single digit hit points in the very first action of the game, and then somehow managed to pull it out.
Yeah, it's amazing. That was a really fun match, though. That was just a lot of fun.
And it has been a really amazing season, right? I mean, looking back at the games, we winnowed down, from 8 to 4 teams pretty quickly, but then we got a good chance to know those 4 teams. The Firestormers, the Poison Shadows, the Bonebreakers, and the Bulmahn. And all of them were kind of in the mix. And I think it is very fitting that the poor Firestormers who lost their War Chanter, who then got drafted by the Bonebreakers, ended up being the last skeleton standing in the season 1 of MAUL. That really is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, wow. If you're going to have one last match of the season, that was one to have. That was perfect way to go out.
Absolutely. That has been, this has been an incredibly exciting time. And there you have it. The Bonebreakers are the champions of the first season of MAUL, the Monster Arena Ultimate League. They have earned the honor of defending the Commissioner's dungeon from all intruders, pledging their very unlife in service of his undying command. The rest of the teams have been banished to the Black Pits to study, train, and prepare for next season.
We hope you enjoyed this match, and if you missed it or any of the other matches, you can always catch up by watching them on YouTube. New matches go up on Monday following each game, and while you're at it, why not pick up some MAUL merch? They feature your favorite team logos, and right now, there are Bonebreakers Champions merch in there right now. So go check it out. It's in the link below in the description of this video.
This has been a presentation of MAUL. We have been your hosts. I'm Jason Bulmahn.
And I'm Dan Servo.
We hope you have enjoyed this season of MAUL, and we will see you next year for the premiere of Season 2. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.